everyone. Welcome. All right, let's get quiet, please. Thank you to all of our students and teachers for coming, as well as those tuning into our stream from work or from home. Glad to have you all. This is our Winter Awards ceremony for our JV and varsity swim and basketball teams. This is just a celebration of everything that our teams and our individual athletes have accomplished throughout the season. Obviously, this has been a difficult season for our coaches who will meet today, most of them, as well as our student athletes. We had almost all of our teams undergo some quarantines. We had games canceled left and right. We had games added. We had championship runs. We had a little bit of everything this season. And so just want our non-athletes to hear about some of the things that their classmates have accomplished on and off the court. So we're going to start with our varsity swim team. And unfortunately, the coaches could not be here. Coach Segner has sent me his award winners, so I'll read a little bit about each one of them. For each sport that you'll hear today, there will be 3 awards given out. One is the Most Improved Award, one is the Griffin Award, and one is the Most Valuable Player Award. And so, athletes, if you hear your name called, you're going to come down to the table and accept your award while we read a little bit about what your coach has to say about it. So, we're going to start with our varsity swim team and our Most Improved Award, and that award goes to Dylan Bailey. Dylan has, these are words from his coach, Dylan has shown up to every practice, has shown a willingness to improve on his skills, and is always willing and eager to try hard and learn something new. He has improved a great deal this season, and I am certain that if Dylan continues his hard work and dedication to the swim team, he has the potential to be a very talented swimmer. Thank you, Dylan. Next is our Griffin Award winner, and that award goes to Madeline Duncan. Madeline has always been willing to do the extra workouts, extra ideas, games, and drills for practices. She is always hardworking, and she's fantastic about helping the team environment seem more friendly. She always has a smile on her face coming into Sweetbriar in the mornings, and has on occasion brought baked goods as a reward for the swimmers after a hard workout. Madeline is a perfect example of a swimmer and the perfect example of a teammate. And our Most Valuable Player, Most Valuable Swimmer Award goes to Jack Murat. Jack has really shown exceptional skill with his swimming during practices and his ability to perform any assigned drill or race while making every effort to attend each practice and each event. He interacts with every swimmer and helps to make the team a far more cohesive unit just by his ability to make others feel like they're part of the team. Whenever I see Jack at practice, I know that things will run smoothly and morale will be high. He is without a doubt the MVP of the team and my mother. We're going to move on to our women's basketball program. So we're going to have our JV go first, followed by our varsity, and our varsity coach, Ms. Sarah Burton, will be presenting both awards.
Okay, so Coach Walker obviously is in Pennsylvania, so I'm going to present the awards for the JV girls in his absence, and these are all his words. So first, Most Improved Player for the JV women's basketball team, Piper Napton. So Coach Walker says, Piper, though quiet, became a needed contributor for her team. She's always easy to teach and quick to learn, but she has grown in putting that knowledge on the floor. She finds herself in the right spots to do the little things that don't always show up in the scorebook. On top of improving her knowledge, she also is able to be a threat offensively whenever needed. A proven sniper, Piper has grown her game considerably this year. Congratulations. And for the Griffin Award this year, Ava Zeeland. And Coach Walker says about Ava, common things are usually said about Griffin Award winners. Typically, you hear how unselfish, kind, and hardworking a person is. You may hear that the person does whatever's asked, demonstrates care and concern, and goes beyond the requirements of just practice and games. Ava is all of these things tenfold. She has a wonderful care for her team on the court and how she can affect them positively. She takes instruction with great attitude, always looking to get better. She's quick to encourage others in the huddle and cares greatly for her teammates. Ava is a great example and very deserving of the Griffin Award. Congratulations. And this year's JV Girls Basketball Most Valuable Player Award goes to Olivia Kidd. Coach Walker says, determined and aggressive, Olivia brings a needed fight to the game. Olivia is called on to guard tough players from the other team, handle the ball a large amount of the time, be a significant scorer, and all the while gets an earful of constant instruction from her coach. She handles it all with consistency, sustains maximum effort, and has become a dependable presence on the floor. Congratulations, Olivia. And now on to the girls' varsity team. Just a quick summary of our season. We kind of banded together with the idea that we are better together and can accomplish far more together than we can on our own. As with all the teams this year, we had a lot of trials, and I really commend every member of our team on their ability to give thanks in all circumstances, to glorify God in all things, and to cling to their faith and persevere amidst all of the trials. Super proud to say that they did make the first appearance ever in school history in the state championship game on Saturday, and played a hard-fought game. So down in the history books for sure, and this is a team who certainly deserves that. Okay, first, for our most improved player this year, that award goes to Brielle Walker. Brielle has exhibited tremendous growth this season, both as a player and as a teammate. Her athleticism and skill on the court is extremely evident, and her hard work in the offseason earned her a starting position on this year's varsity team as a freshman. Averaging 7 points and 7 rebounds per game, her teammates relied on her consistent contributions on both ends of the floor. And though her stats were impressive, I would say her greatest improvement this season came in her ability to recognize that we're all in this together and that her mistakes don't define her play. As the season progressed, we saw a confidence and freedom develop in Brielle's game. Instead of dwelling on a missed shot or turnover, we saw her sprint back to help her teammates come up with a defensive stop. We watched her develop a consistent confidence, grit, and determination, especially during the most challenging games, to give her absolute best for the good of her team. And we watched her relax and have fun and enjoy her time on the court, which in turn produced a beautiful smoothness and freedom in her play. Brielle is an exceptional athlete, and we're looking forward to continued leadership and contributions from her throughout her New Covenant career. Congratulations. This year's Griffin Award for the Varsity women's team goes to Jana Reynolds. Jana's dedication and drive to become the absolute best person and player she can be helps her stand out from her competitors on the basketball court. She never takes a day off, literally never. Both in season and in the off season, since her early years in middle school, we've often found her in the fitness center and in the gym, working on her craft and improving her skill. Instead of giving in or giving up, after suffering a knee injury, which kept her from playing during much of her junior year and her entire senior season, Jana has embraced the challenge, stepping up to work even harder and participating in physical therapy to strengthen both her knee and her entire body. Though she hasn't played in a single game this year due to injury, Jana has consistently been at every single practice and every game in support of her teammates. Her perseverance during this trial has been a shining example to all of us, and we're blessed by her presence and her witness. She will, without a doubt, come out on the other side of this challenge stronger and better than ever. And we're grateful for the huge impact she's made at New Covenant. She'll forever be known as the best shooter in NCS women's basketball history, and we're looking forward to continued great things from her as she pursues a basketball career in college. Congratulations. And this year's Most Valuable Player Award goes to senior Phoebe Perlman. Phoebe is an extremely gifted and talented athlete. However, her leadership ability, positive attitude, and willingness to go above and beyond the call of duty at any time make her stand out from the rest. Phoebe never gives in and never gives up, ever. And she always works hard to do all of the little things that separate good players from great players. Phoebe is a great player. For her 4 years on the varsity basketball team, she has been our go-to defender, always tasked with shutting down star players in our conference and across the state. In addition, she's worked to develop her offensive game and led her team this year in both scoring and assists. Her list of honors is lengthy, but in talking with her, you would never know she's been selected as player of the game on numerous occasions, that her name is among the top players in school history in various stat columns, or that she has regularly been recognized and awarded for her contributions at both the conference and state level. You'd never know these things, as Phoebe has a quiet humility and does everything for the glory of God and for the good of her team. That's how she leads. Her work ethic and enthusiasm is contagious, and her consistent commitment to play with hustle and heart makes everyone around her better. The lasting mark she's made on the New Covenant women's basketball program will inspire female athletes for years to come and will never be forgotten. This MVP award was decided in a unanimous vote by her teammates and coaches, and there isn't anyone more deserving. Congratulations.
Thank you, Coach Burton, and thank you to our women's basketball players. Now I'm going to call on Coach Matt Klein, who is our varsity boys head basketball coach, who will also be presenting to our JV team as well.
Good afternoon. Coach Maynard told me not to be long-winded, so I'll plan on that. First thing I want to do is congratulate the girls this year. Kudos to everything you guys did. That's big time to get to the state semifinals, so congrats. I wanted to first off thank the administration. I told the guys many times this year that you're one of the lucky ones to play 15 games this year where Jefferson Forest didn't even get to practice. You're one of the lucky ones, and the administration saw the value in competition, team, and so I appreciate that. We do. I obviously want to thank my coaching staff, Coach Kirschberger, Coach Deo, Coach Bowman, and Coach Schrader. Couldn't have done what we did this year and over the past couple of years without them and their efforts. And I kind of say this all the time, but always want to thank the significant others and the wives of the coaching staff. They're the ones that really sacrifice the time and efforts, raising our kids, and we're in the gym and watching film and everything. And that's kind of fun, but the wives are what really kind of hold us down. So I want to thank them. Be brief on the season. You look at the win-loss record, you might think it wasn't a success, but, looking back, I couldn't be more proud of the guys, everything that we've done. Give you kind of some ideas. The last 2 years, especially the senior class, we beat 3 teams that we've never beaten in school history. Polishing that off on 2 Fridays ago, we beat North Cross. To give you an idea, over the last 10 times we played North Cross, they beat us an average of 28 points. And for us to go down to their place, be up about 14 points, and then tie it up last few seconds, and us going to overtime, holding the 2 points, and we scored 10 points. That kind of showed you the grit, the toughness of these guys. Had special performances across the board. So I think that kind of is who we are and what we're about. So I couldn't be more proud of you guys. We started 3 freshmen this year, 1 8th grader throughout the year. I would say we're probably the youngest team in not only our conference, but maybe the state. So that shows you there's obviously some big time potential, but also that senior class had to really pull the strings, and I appreciate that. And just touch on our seniors really quick. They'll go down, at least to date, it's probably the most accomplished senior class we've had on the boys' side. Biggest wins, stats, all that you want, but they led the right way, and I couldn't be more proud of those guys. All right. Coach Maynard's saying, let's go. All right, so let's, unfortunately, Coach Schrader and Coach Kirschberger couldn't be here to touch on JV, so I'll do it on their behalf. But for most improved player, this young man, about halfway through the season, I saw how far he had advanced in his skill set. His attitude was always on point. So we pulled him up to varsity. In his first game, he hit 3 threes. I think he went 3 for 3, maybe 4 for 4. Luke, you'll tell me one way or the other. And because he was playing so well, he started the next game for us. And he got big minutes. And couldn't be more proud of him. He's putting work in the summer, and that's why he's where he's at today. And I hear he's a heck of a golf player too. So come on down, Luke. We do pictures. All right, for the Griffin Griffin's Award, talk about attitude a lot, leadership. This young man is kind of a quiet assassin, but he always has a smile on his face. He became one of probably the MVPs from the offensive side, in the last few games, and just a pleasure to coach. He's got a good pops too, but I appreciate him big time. Look forward to a couple more years with him. Mr. Kirschberg, come on down. All right, finally for JV, this young man, I think I told him about 2-3 weeks ago in front of our varsity guys, because he played varsity and JV for us. I said, he has all state potential. This kid, if he keeps grinding the way that I think he can, he keeps, doing what he can on the outside of practice and just, get working in the AU and everything else. I think he has great potential to be a good varsity player for the future. I think most importantly, this kid's character is elite. And he's a pretty darn good teammate too. So excited to give this to Douglas Powell. All right, finally, Varsity. This young man, I've been around the last couple of years. I think he's probably got the most kind of leadership skill set, leadership type of person within our program. Kids look up to him. He played a position this year that he probably wasn't really excited to do, but we needed him there. He became our second leading scorer. He guarded kids down low that he was probably, a foot smaller than, but he never griped, never complained. And he really became kind of that second guy that we could lean on to get some points. So most improved this year is Dalton Foster. All right, Griffin's Award. So basketball is probably his third love. But the kid, give you kind of an idea, this summer, we were doing some workouts. We did roughly 50 in the off season, and he came to a number of them. And he emails me at night saying, "Hey, coach, I got this idea of getting these neon sunglasses or something." I'll have Jude kind of tell you exactly what it is. But basically, to enhance everybody's demeanor, enhance their mentality. And anyways, we'll let Jude chat on that. But the kid never had a bad day. And what I mean by that is he just always did the right thing. And I probably was on him more than some guys, a lot. And he said, "Thanks, coach." "Yes, coach. Appreciate you, coach." After practice, he would always give me a handshake every single time. And that's the type of kid that you want in your program. I appreciate him. And one last thing is he invited me to one of his birthday parties, or maybe his parents did. And I roll up with my son, but it made a big difference to me, and I appreciate that. And love this kid. Come on down. He's got good hair too. All right, finally, I know I don't have enough time to talk about this kid. There's obviously no surprise in who's going to get this, but Jane is going to leave this school is the most accomplished, most talented, most special basketball player the school's ever seen, maybe the most special athlete. I got to witness things this year that were absolutely awe-inspiring. what he did against North Cross, what he did against Hargrave, and on and on and on. There's a reason that he's had 10, 15 colleges reach out to me, ask me about who he is as a person, all these good things, and why schools are recruiting him, because he is next level. Without his 44 points, we don't beat North Cross. But what I think is most special about him is, he walks in the gym, the opposing team's like, are you sure it's him? He doesn't shock you, right? But the kid is always in the gym. He's an absolute gym rat. He has gotten every single thing that he's accomplished. He's worked for it. And I think that if there's anything we can take away from that, that's what it is. He absolutely worked for everything. It was pretty cool to see from the sideline, me not even call a play to say, give the rock, let him do his thing. It was pretty special. So I could go on and on about this young man, all the adversity he's went through personally, him and his family, but he never griped about it. And he led us the right way this year. I'm so proud of him, and he's going to have a big time future in the coming years. Brielle Walker.
All right, coaches, I said we had 35 minutes, and we finished in 31, so good work. Athletes especially, but if everybody could give all of our assistant coaches and head coaches who are here today for your time. I always say they do get paid, but not nearly enough for what they do. So thank you to all you guys who are here all the time, energy and effort you put into it. And thank you to all of our athletes. Thank you to all of our non-athletes who have supported us throughout the season. And thank you guys for being here today. You guys are dismissed.